Hello, Sam Sparks. I'm America. It's Swallow Falls, degrees.
Hello, Sam Sparks. I'm America. It's Swallow Falls degrees and
Sorry. Hey, how are you guys? You good? You good? Okay, great. I am just giving a little update on my move to Las Vegas. I am here with my dog. We are safe. Things are good. The weather is beautiful, and I am not regretting my move. All of my students that were taking my in person classes in Virginia, I miss you guys so much. And if I ever come back to Virginia, I will never, ever, ever be moving with professional movers ever again. I know I'm going to get comments about this story saying,
oh, well, you should have known better. You should have asked this or asked that.
I'm aware. Like, I know I did everything that I could. I asked all the questions that I was, thinking that I needed to ask in order to make this move as smooth as possible. And I still did not manage to get that. So
You gotta be quicker than that.
I moved from Virginia to Nevada. And so I did a lot of research. I'm a type A, very organized person. And I decided that it was best for me and my flat faced breed of a dog. I'll post a picture here. It was safer for us to fly over there and have her in the cabin with me than to U-Haul us all the way across the country and take 4 days with her in a truck. I decided to do a lot of research back in January and February. With all that being said, I ended up going with this company. I'll put the name here. I went with them because they said, not only did they give me a really good rate,
They also said that they would provide movers that would actually move boxes and furniture for me in Virginia and in Las Vegas.
I don't have any friends or family here in Nevada that can help me move, and it is July. So I was really excited to have people that will bring all the boxes and put my furniture together for me, things like that. I had a representative call me and they said, what furniture do you have? Beds, couches, TVs, dressers. I said, yeah, I have all that stuff. I have this, and that. Okay, cool, great. How many boxes do you think you're going to need? Will 30 boxes be okay? I said, yeah, 30 boxes should be enough. They said, okay, based on that information,
You would give us 50% today as a deposit, and then when the movers come, you would owe them $800, and then when the movers drop your stuff off in Vegas, you would give them another $800.
this is very important information. Keep those numbers in your head, okay? This is in March. I did not hear anything from this company between March and the night before they were supposed to come get my stuff, which was July 1st. Very important date. July 1st. I had called them a couple of times because things were unclear to me as how things needed to be packed, if things needed to be wrapped a certain way, if I needed to tape the boxes before they came or not. I was just super unclear about a lot of stuff. The night before the movers were supposed to come and get my stuff, they called me and said, hey, we're just going to do a quick little inventory to make sure you still have the same stuff that you were quoted for. I said, yeah, got all the same stuff, didn't sell anything. Luckily, I said, hey, before I let you off the phone, do I need to wrap my floor lamps? He said, lamps? I said, lamps. I said, yeah, I have like skinny little floor lamps. Do I need to wrap them? I already took the bulbs out, took the shades off, whatever. And he said, you didn't tell anybody you had lamps. Who on earth doesn't have lamps? Do you just sit in the dark, sir? He said, well, you're paying for, every cubic foot on the truck that you take up. So that's going to be extra. Excuse me? No, I was not made aware of that until literally just now. He said,
Yeah, you are not paying per item or per piece of furniture or per box. You're paying per cubic foot. You're sharing space on the truck with other people's stuff.
what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I had no idea that I was sharing a space on the truck with other people's stuff. That was completely new information to me. So if you're like me and you have only ever moved locally, you know that movers come get your things, they put them on a box truck or a Penske truck or whatever, and then they drive them where they need to go and they drop them off. Okay, cool. That's what I'm thinking is happening.
No.
Apparently, when you use long distance movers, You are paying per cubic foot on the truck because you're sharing space on the same truck with other people's items that just so happen to also be going that way.
Okay.
I said, yeah, I have floor lamps. I have a vacuum. I have a chair for my desk, like a little rolly desk chair. Was I supposed to tell you about all that stuff too?
Yes, that's going to take up space on the truck. You should have told us about that earlier. I haven't talked to you since March, sir, and nobody told me anything about this. I said, okay, how much extra is it going to be? He was like, well, just to add the floor lamps and the vacuum and I guess the chair or whatever, he said it's going to be like $300. What is going on? And this is when I realized that things were going to go very, very badly. Again, this is the night before they're supposed to come get my stuff. As long as I still only owed $800 when they showed up, okay. So he says, okay, somebody will be calling you in a little bit to let you know what time they're coming tomorrow. I never got a call.
Hello?
It was like 8 o'clock at night and I still hadn't heard from anybody. So I called customer service. I said, hey, I never got a call from dispatch saying when the movers were going to be here. I have no clue. He said, oh, well, if they didn't call you, that means they're coming on the 2nd.
What are you talking about?
Again, no idea what this person is talking about. This is the first I've heard of it.
So at that point, I had just accepted that they were not going to come get my stuff until the 2nd. I had to hand my apartment keys in on the 2nd, which is why I told them to come on the 1st.
Went to bed, got woken up by a call from dispatch that morning at like 8:30. And they were like, yeah, your movers are going to be there in like an hour or two. I feel like at this point of the video, you know the theme is
What are you talking about?
they get there a couple hours later, they show up. He starts videotaping everything that's in the apartment. He starts videotaping like the stairs, the door, all this stuff. I'm thinking this is just like for quality assurance to make sure that nothing is damaged, whatever.
He says, oh, well, yeah, you're going to owe us a lot more. You have 30 boxes here, but they're all different sizes.
What? I can't do anything at this point but laugh because it's so ridiculous.
They have you down for 30 medium-sized boxes, not 30 boxes of variable sizes. Also, some of them are kind of heavy. So, yeah, we're really not supposed to be taking boxes over 15 pounds.
15, 1-5, not 50. You are professional movers and you mean to tell me that you can't take a box that's over 15 pounds?
Also, your furniture is way bigger than we thought it was going to be. So that's going to cost extra. You're taking up more space on the truck. Also, we didn't know you had stairs. So you have to pay extra for us to use the stairs.
I'm on the 2nd floor, y'all. It was one singular flight of stairs. And I said, well, if that's the case, then just use the elevator. It's right there. I was just letting you use the stairs because it was closer to the parking lot. But if you want to use the elevator, it's right there. It's just down the hall. It's just a little further away.
He's like, yeah, it's going to be a long carry fee if we have to walk that far.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
I thought I was being punked. Y'all. I thought this was a joke because there's no way these people are being serious. There's no way you're being dead ass right now. Just tell me what is going on and how much I'm going to owe you because this is crazy. He tells me, y'all, I cannot make this shit up. I cannot make this up. This man is like, yeah,
You're going to have to pay us like $3,300 just to take this stuff out of here today. And then you're going to have to pay another like $3,000 when we get to Vegas.
Say word to your dad. Don't play with me. Say word to your dad. Word to your dad, man. What? Word to my dad? I bet.
At this point in the conversation, I'm crying. Like, not audibly, but I'm so frustrated that there's like tears rolling down my eyes. I'm crying because I'm like, there's no way. There's no way you're being serious. The person on the phone told me $800 and you're telling me $3,300 and I have to be out of here by tomorrow.
I would have told them to kick rocks and da-da-da-da, and I would have told them to just leave the stuff and leave my apartment.
24 hours later, I had to turn those keys in. No other way to get my stuff to Las Vegas. I had no other way to get rid of my stuff because I had not intended on selling anything.
There was no way for me to tell them kick rocks. I made this reservation in March. It's now July. They had my back up against the wall. I was backed into a corner. There was nothing I could do.
So I'm crying. I walk around my apartment. I said, what do I have to leave for this price to come down?
He said, your biggest expense right now is the couch. And to be honest, if the couch is not worth more than $300, leave it. It's not worth it. It's not worth them charging you. Just leave it.
Okay.
I said, if I leave my couch and one of my dressers and the bar stools, how much money would that save?
So he started coming down on the price, coming down.
I still ended up having to pay them $1,600. I think it was like $1,700. After they told me I only was going to owe the movers $800.
You what?
This is the name of the movers, by the way. I think because I was crying and because I was clearly overwhelmed and frustrated and confused by the whole situation,
I think he felt bad for me. And so he was like, I will take the entertainment center for your TV.
I won't charge you for it. They did not take
My couch. They didn't take my 3 bar stools. They didn't take my dog's crate. They didn't take my stage pole or my home pole. They didn't take my computer desk. They didn't take my desk chair. They didn't take all my Christmas supplies, like a little tree and a bunch of stuff in there. They didn't take it. They didn't take my bike. My bike is still currently in Virginia with my grandma. They didn't take my degree. They didn't take 2 out of my 3 mirrors. They didn't take one of my dressers.
They didn't take a lot of stuff. And I didn't want to give them my things. I didn't trust them to handle my things at that point. Me and my mom called and we complained with the company about this whole situation. There were absolutely no help whatsoever. They did not try to rectify the situation at all. Now, mind you, when I talked to the representative in March to make the appointment, I said, hey, the plan is for me and my mother to fly out there on July 10th. If I schedule this move for July 1st, will that be enough time for the movers to get to Vegas? Will 10 days be enough time? He said,
Yeah, that's plenty of time. No problem.
A lie detector determined that was a lie.
Part 2, which is what actually happened to my belongings when I got to Vegas, is up now, so there's no waiting involved. So if you want to know what happened, head over to that video, because just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. All right, y'all, see you in part 2. Bye.